Here's a funny story that a listener sent me, a fan, a fellow weirdo, because you guys send me some pretty cool articles, and occasionally I gotta cover them because they're awesome. A Minnesota woman's children announced her death with a very nasty obituary. Now look, we've all had some relatives that kick the can, kick the bucket as they say, you know, pass on to the next life, or go westward as the ancient Egyptians used to say, westing. You know, did you know that? Yeah, Jonesy reads. Pretty cool. Did I just spit on myself? That's gross. So anyways, we've all had a relative that's passed that we're not crazy about, but would you ever go to the lengths of having a nasty obituary written about him or her? I think that might be crossing the line. Let's find out. This sounds like it's funny. When a person dies, you should speak only well of them, they say. Do they say that though? I guess they do. But for one Minnesota woman, the message in her obituary was clear. Good. She's dead. We ain't gonna miss her. Oh, that's so sad. Kathleen Dehmlow died in Springfield at the age of 80. The obituary submitted to the local newspaper by two of her children makes it clear she will not be missed by these kids. Kids, they're probably 60. By the way, if you're 60 years old, how long have you had this grudge against your mom, alright? Drop it, okay? She's dead. Her obituary appeared in the Redwood Falls Gazette, begins with the usual information, including her date of birth, her marriage to Dennis, and the two children she had, Gina and Jay. And then it takes a sharp turn. It says, she will now, quote, face the judgment and will not be missed by Gina and Jay. And they understand that this world is a much better place without her. Can you imagine putting that in your relative's goddamn obituary? That's so whacked. Oh man. You can't change that once it goes out. As you might expect, this obituary has gone viral and most people are shocked. Some wondered on social media why the newspaper allowed the obituary to be printed. Well, look I don't know if you know this, but newspapers and a lot of media outlets are whores, okay? They will print anything that you pay them to print. Have you seen their advertisers? Okay? Do you think they got a high moral standard, these newspapers and media companies? No. Okay? If you pay them to have an obituary put in there, they will print it. They will print what you write. Unless you drop a bunch of F-bombs, they're probably going to print anything. Okay? I could take out an ad tomorrow and be like, in a local newspaper that says, come and drink my urine, it'll clear up your acne. And they will print that shit. Because I paid them. Oh, yeah. Have you seen 3 billboards? Okay, one Twitter exchange with the newspaper suggested that the decision to run the nasty obituary received some pushback in the newsroom. Well, a little pushback in the newsroom, that's about the extent of what you're going to get. But these newspapers are struggling to survive, okay? They're taking money wherever they can get it. So you could pay them and be like, and you could write an obituary that just said, cool, she's gone. And that's it. And they would be like, all right, we'll print that. So, at least one of her relatives of the dead woman thinks she isn't getting a fair shake. Dwight says that the facts related in the obituary are true, but there's a lot of stuff that is missing. The sad thing about it, there is no rebuttal. There is more to it than this story. It's not that simple. Apparently there was a long story in the obituary. They're omitting it here in this article. Maybe in the obituary they actually tell you what she did wrong. And Dwight's chiming in saying, no. She made a mistake 60 years ago, he said, but who hasn't? Has she regretted it over the years? Yes. Does she deserve this nasty obituary? No. Well, the good thing for her is she doesn't know that it exists because she's no longer renting a body in this 3-dimensional world. She's on to bigger and better things, let's hope. And she didn't give a shit about what people are saying about her body down here. Okay? So I guess this is an opportunity to ask a question to the weirdos out there. Let's let this plane go by. Okay, cool. And so, do you guys think you should be? Do you guys think that you can say some bad things about someone who's passed away? That's what I want to know, my fellow weirdos. How do you feel about this nasty obituary? Has it gone too far with the nasty obituary? Should you never talk ill of people who have passed on? I don't know. There's some people who I'd like to talk ill about who have passed on. I'm not going to let the fact that they passed on keep me from speaking ill of them. You know, I'm thinking of a lot of politicians that passed. A lot of people that have done evil things to our culture that have passed on. Not necessarily our relatives so much, but I don't know. What do you think? Is it okay to speak ill of the dead, to put out a bad obituary, call into Weird AF News. 646-450-2012, or you can email me jonesy@funnyjones@gmail.com. You can DM me at funnyjones on Instagram and Twitter, and on Facebook it's comedian Jonesy. Want to hear from you. Bye.